All right, AP Human Geography students, on to our last unit of the year, resource issues. And what we're going to focus on first is, why are resources being depleted? You might take a guess why, right? There's a finite amount of them, all right? But you know what? Let's first talk about three different types of energy resources. Let's start with, historically speaking, people used to use animate power, or power that relies on animals. Now, recently, there's been biomass fuels that we've used with such examples like wood, plant materials, animal waste, garbage, crops, right? These are all types of alternative fuels, if you will, named biomass fuels. And then inanimate power, which is machines. And we converted from animate power during the Industrial Revolution into obviously using machines or inanimate power. All right, let's talk about energy supply and demand. Interestingly enough, MDCs and LDCs both use 50% of energy respectively. But 33% of the population is located in MDCs versus the other 67% in LDCs. So MDCs have a higher per capita consumption of energy than LDCs. North America is the highest energy consumer at 25%, yet it only contains 1/20th of the world's population. So we, as in the United States, have a very large or high per capita consumption of energy. All right, so the question in everybody's mind should be, how much fossil fuel remains? Well, guess what? Really? Nobody really knows, but we know for a fact there's a finite amount, right? This is a non-renewable energy, not a renewable one. So there's two types of reserves out there. There's proven reserves, which is the amount of energy that we know is remaining in deposits that we humans have already discovered. So we know for a fact, as of right now, proven reserves, oil will last only another 43 years. Now, potential reserves, these are energy pods that are undiscovered. So we, in fact, humans, have no idea that there actually might be another 40, 60, 100, 200 years left of fossil fuels. Or we have found these reserves, but it's too expensive to extract. And we'll talk more about that in class. All right, uneven distribution of fossil fuels. Here, heaviest consumers of fossil fuels are actually in different regions than most reserves, right? So we know that North America uses the most fossil fuels, and we can see here that Southwest Asia, all right, produces the most of the world's petroleum at 40%. China, in fact, extracts the most coal at 39%, and the world's largest natural gas reserves are located in Russia. Now, on to mineral resources. Yes, indeed, resources. There are different types of mineral resources for sort of non-metallic minerals. So these include large stones, coarse gravel, and fine sand. These are really found everywhere. All right. And then we have metallic minerals, or something called ferrous minerals. And ferrous is Latin for iron, hence the symbol in the periodic table Fe. All right. Now these minerals include iron, nickel, tin, magnesium, the list goes on. And China and Brazil actually have the largest deposits of iron. Our last type of mineral is metallic mineral or non-ferrous mineral, or it doesn't contain iron. So these are aluminum or bauxite, copper, lead, gold, silver, and just to note, Australia extracts the most aluminum at 33% of this material. Okay, that was it. We'll talk more about this in class. See you then.